Hi everyone, it's Teresa. How are you doing today? Happy Monday. Before we even get to talking, I want you to wipe your feet off at the door. On the count of 3, I want you to take a deep breath and hold it so you can relax and not let what's bothering you get in the way. 1, 2, 3. Hold it, feel it, let it be, and release it. That's all you have to do. Now you're yourself, you can have fun, and no guilt is allowed. I bought this book specifically for collaging. Bound books with the hard binding, they don't work for me. I tend to make them go like that. So I'm going to be using love mails today from Barbara, Deborah, Lorena, Naomi, and Ginger. We're going to have a lot of fun. Let's get started. I put wax paper between the layers. First things first, I'm new to this, so sorry for the noise there. In order for me to get better, I need to practice, and I'm using a 9x12. The first thing I'm going to do is come in with some Distress Stain. Now, I only have a few bottles of this, but I was working with this last night. As you can tell, my fingers are kind of inky. And I have really walked away from this product, and it's fabulous. So, yeah, no, I'm not sponsored by him. I wish. So I'm just going to come in. I might turn this way so you can see what I'm doing better. Anyway, we're going to just come in and do this around the edges. I have a little thing here where I can just come in and sweep across like that. That's perfect. So I'm going to keep doing this, just laying in layers. Now, most people who collage, they don't go out of their way to put color in the background, but I find that it deepens the image underneath of what we're going to do. So I have a napkin. I have some surprising paper that I thought was really cool, and I bought that at Hobby Lobby in the paper party department. And what it is a tissue paper. And I will show you all about that here in a little bit. Right now I just want to lay that color in. And just keep laying it in there. And I'm going to keep kind of pressing down a little bit on it. As you can see, it's going to take a little bit, and that's what we're here about. So, anyway, if you hear banging, my neighbors are having a hissy fit in the background. I'll try to delete it. If not, please just bear with it. There's issues we no longer discuss. No reason to discuss it. Anyway, I'm just going to pull that in there. And I want to shake the bottle a little more. Come through here a little bit. As you can see, I'm not too worried about every single thing. What I want to use this basically for is there's a perforated edge right there, and I want to make sure that when I start gluing here in a minute that I know where all of it's at. So I can relax on it and I don't have to stress. Had to press on that a little bit. You're just going to smear it around with a somewhat dry baby wipe. It's a little damp, don't worry about it. And I'm just going to keep laying in layers of it. This stuff lasts forever. I'm absolutely amazed. I used quite a bit of it to tone on paper that was beige, and I'm pretty impressed with it, so it takes a little bit to impress me. I've snubbed collaging because I was told if you glue and paste, it's not an art form. Until I tried it, it is an art form. There are some artists out there like Maggie that I absolutely think are fabulous at doing the layering. And I myself have not put enough layers down. It doesn't look complete. So today we're going to give it a shot. And we're going to keep coming back to this book of collage. And we're going to keep going at it. So that was fun, right? I know. So I'm going to just leave it like that. I'm not even going to bother drying it. It's not that wet. I'm going to put the lid on that, set that aside. The papers I'm using today are the DecoArt collage paper, a napkin from Ginger, and the tissue paper, as well as this, from Hobby Lobby. So let's get started gluing. We have a process ahead of us. And I'm using the matte Decoupage from DecoArt. I'm going to use a long silicone brush for this. I think the silicone brush would be a lot better than trying to brush on all kinds of stuff. So what I'm going to do is break that seal a little more around there. Pull it forward. And then just put it on there. Willy-nilly style. Nothing fancy, nothing smancy. Yeah, like that. And I'm just going to keep sliding it down like that. And I'm going to do the same over here. I'm going to do this kind of quickly before it dries. Not like it's going to dry in my weather, but you never know. So have you been? Have you been doing well? Now, I'm going to talk to you like you're in the room with me. That means I'm going to tell you about products I need more of, things that I think that will catch my eye. One thing I don't want you to do is to think that I want you to buy it for me, because I do not. That is not what I'm about. So if I'm talking to you and I say something, please just take it as I'm having a conversation with you and not as a prompt that you need to buy it for me, because I don't play that game. Okay? All I'm doing, and this comes from Lovey Deborah too. Oh, it's awesome. And this will lay down the papers beautifully. Yeah, looky there. It's just a thin tissue paper, and what I did is I wrinkled it on purpose because I like the effect of it wrinkled. I'm kind of an oddball like that, but heck, that's the way I roll. I'm going to add more of this decoupage over the very top of it, and we're going to have more fun. I want to see how this paper performs, because I've never used the mixed media pad in Canson before. I've only used their watercolor. So I guess we're going to have to get gluey. Oh, that's the fun part. Use your fingers. I am not a professional anything on this, so we're going to just give it our best. That's what we're going to do. Alright. I'm going to take a fresh baby wipe out, and you're going to need a lot of baby wipes for this. That's the one thing I was like, okay. Baby wipes galore it is, friends. So now what I want to do is I'm going to add glue to the other side of this. I'm going to dump it on there. There we go. I'm not kind of very nice to my glue. I let them skin on top so they stay fresh. I do that a lot. I'm kind of nuts like that. Look at us go. Look at us go. Isn't that a beauty? Yeah, I know. Get to the point, Teresa. It's going to take us a bit. I've learned one thing by going to auctions and watching how other people make their stuff, what I want to do, and things I don't want to do. And one of the things I don't want it to look like is a 5-year-old did it. I've been accused of that before, and that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. As I've said a million times before, I am new to this. I am not an expert in this. But one of the things I want you to think about too is if you do art, sorry, put a piece of your original art in it, and I'll show you that in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue gluing this, and I will be right back. Alright, let's continue gluing this. I'm going to dump a layer on top. Seal the edges, make sure it's all down nice and neat. It would be faster if I use my fingers, I know. I like to use my fingers on the edges of it, not across the center part here, because that's just the way I like to do things. Anyway, I'm going to smooth that across. There's a reason you're going to need all that glue there anyway, so don't feel like you're wasting it. If you want to use Elmer's glue and water, that would be better. You wouldn't have to worry about the cost. It's not very expensive anyway. Not when you're having fun. There's no price on fun, or arting your heart, or getting it out. It's just all about you and what makes you feel good at the end of the day. So I'm just going to slip that down like that. And I'm going to add a little more right here. So we're going to do another layer, and then one more layer, and then we're going to get started having more fun. Who knew? Well, we did. That's okay. We're just having fun. What I want to do is lay this green right there. Yep, that's perfect. And come right over this paper. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's screeching to me. You ever have your art talk to you and it's like, hey, I'm talking to you. You're not listening. Talking to you. Hey, lady with the brush, you're not listening. I'm trying to help you out here. That's a glue booger. And we'll put that in a baby wipe and throw the glue booger away. Like you should do all your boogers. But hey, no judgments. Sometimes people need to wear them. Who am I to talk about that? I'm just Tracy. Do you see what I mean about the color underneath? How it adds a bit of oomph to what we're doing? I know. Just put the paper on and be quiet. I gotcha. Now we're going to put the napkin on. And the napkin, I want a little more this way. Now I have to be careful with this. I tend to rip napkins badly when I glue them. I'm going to use the catalyst to smooth it down. These aren't just for paint, these are really for putting your papers down beautifully. There we go. I just clean it with my baby wipe, set it aside. Deep breath, this is where it gets tricky. I don't know. Can we do it? Can we do it? I'm going to get a bit more glue booger out, but that's okay. And glue right on top. There we go. There we go. I come in and take my finger and just smooth it around. Rather than using the spatula, because I'm going to rip it and I'm going to get very upset with myself. And you don't need to hear that. Because I'm going to swear like a little sailor. Funny, but not fun for your ears. I can get naughty-mouthed if I have to. It's not fun. So I do have some borders to put on. But I'm not going to do that yet because I need to do the finishing inside of it. I'm going to dry it. And we're going to have all kinds of fun. You're putting a lot of glue down. I learned a lesson on this. Another glue booger. If I don't put a specific amount of glue down, it comes off the page. And I don't want that. Nope, I don't. I can pick it up and put it back in the jar anyway. I'm not going to worry about it. I like it. And I clean the lid off anyway around it. So I'm going to open my water. I have a dirty jar here full of water. I'm going to set that inside so I don't permanently glue things. I come over here and clean up little splotches of glue that I have. Because once you clean your art studio, you don't want to do it again and again and again. I set that there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to just smear it with a baby wipe to make sure that I have it all covered nicely. The baby wipe will smooth out some of the issues with high glue spots and things like that. That's what it will do. And then I'm going to take a break and I'm going to dry this. I will be right back. Okay, I dried it. It's cooled down. Now I want to see how I want to play the background. Oops, I'm throwing things over here. So I bought some of these glitter sheet rub-ons called Free Spirit. I want to do that to the background and save some maybe for over some areas. They weren't too cheap. I bought them for $3. Can you believe it? I thought that was a sale back in the day. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to read the instructions, though I already know what to do. Okay. I already know what to do. So I'm going to remove part of this. Dab my scissors out. I'm going to use Deborah's scissors she gave me. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, ladies, for all the love mail I've received. Oh boy, I'm having fun. So I'm going to take a curve and cut around. Now when I theme things, I theme by colors and how to have a little bit of accent color. So you're going to say, ah, it's green and brown, but you'll see. It'll pop. I promise. I hope anyway. Okay, so I'm going to put the snipper lid on. Move that out of the way. Now I'm just going to go in random areas. And I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to rub right over the top of it. And hope with what I'm doing, I have a popsicle stick instead, that the transfer will come off, which I think it will, I hope. That's why I dried the glue so profusely on here. And got her done nice and neat. Nice and neat. The way to check is you lift up gently. Just keep lifting gently. Right here, I don't have it all. And with the glue underneath, we're going to reseal everything. I know you're going to go, I don't see it, but you will. Oh, don't have that down there either. I'm going to go through here. I have texture on, so if it's hit and miss, it still sparkles. It still sparkles, I tell you. Sparkles are a girl's best friend, and a guy's best friend too. Can't leave the guys out of it, that's just being sexist. And rude. And we're not rude. Can be. Don't want to be. Sometimes you have to be. Alright. And we're going to go right here again. I can see I need areas. It'll take me a minute. I'm going to take you for the ride. Yeah. Have you been getting lots of snow in your area? Or a lot of heat? I want to know. We did good. That looks good. Yeah. So the one thing that I've learned is the more layers you put on, the more fascinating it will look. I'm going to go right here. I somewhat have a plan where I want to put things, but I want to leave a little bit in the background as well. I don't want to look like we just put a napkin on there and glued it. I've done that. It didn't look good. It got called arting like a 5-year-old, but that's okay. I had fun. It's all that matters. It's all that matters. You have to be yourself. If you're learning, don't let somebody else's opinion tell you that, oh, you're being this way and you're being that way. You're being who you need to be until you get to the spot where you're like, hey, I'm going to throw supplies on it. I'm not going to worry about using my stash. I'm just going to do it. Because that's what I was worried about. I'm never going to find these again. Rub-ons are hard to find in my area. And that's why I was very picky. But I can't leave them sit in a binder not being used either. Or in love mail. So I pulled some out from Barbara's on that. And go after Lovey Tammy's next. Okay, let's see if I can get that plastic up there. Come on, man. Don't stick, don't stick. We did good there. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Perfection. Who knew we could do it? We did. Alright. So we have to cut more off. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to go into some bigger pieces here like this tree. And then we're going to just keep on going with the flow. I am one that's going to take you for the process. I don't feel like fast forwarding it. I don't think you're going to really get much relaxing if you fast forward. But I may do some fast forwarded videos for you. Just so you can have some fun. But sometimes you just want to throw me on in the background and be like, girl, speak from your heart. And I'm going to speak from my heart. That's what I do. Alright, so I'm going to put this sort of wonky. And I'm going to just come in and take all of this and have fun. So what I'm going to do is I will pause so you don't have to see me fill the whole thing full of the rub-ons, because you pretty much see how it's done, and I'll be back with some more fun. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, let's get started with laying in some other stuff. You're going to say, oh, you don't have any here. There's a reason for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this forward, set that on there, and that is right where I'm going to put that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the Decoupage again. I'm going to bring out my brush. I'm going to have fun. So I'm going to take it corner by corner, right here. I'm going to lay that down. And since it's probably not going to leave the book, it doesn't really matter too very much. I'm just going to lay that down nice and neat as I can. It's not always easy to be neat. Okay, there's a hole that needs to be popped up there, and I'm flinging glue everywhere. That's fun. 'Tis to be a Monday, right? Okay. I'll let the glue off now. That's not fun. Now I'm going to just come right under here, swipe some little bits of glues. Try to keep it as straight as I can by being on the side, because I don't think it's too straight. It doesn't matter. We're having fun. Now I'm going to get my fingers mucky. It's always a good place to get monkeys in the art studio, I think. I'm going to smush that down. Make sure I have it down there nice and neat. Pick up yet again another baby wipe. And pull the glue over. Not going to worry about it. We're going to glue it again anyway. Such is a beautiful process, isn't it? Turn this around. That looks like fun, don't it? I'd like to fly away myself someday, I tell you. So since we're just going to put this right on the edge, I'm going to come right over and just lay that glue down. I don't use a plastic cutting mat underneath these because you're going to waste it. It's going to get glue on it. It's not going to work the way you want it to. It's going to get underneath of the paper. It's just not fun. So you use whatever you want to use. And I say this too has one that has a hole. Needs to be punched out of the center. No big deal. We got this. You just take your time. Okay? You take your time. There is no hurry for this at all. There we go. Pull up the glue over here and use it. Now I'm going to dump some glue on my finger. This is going to make for fun peeling later. Yuck. And I'm going to just pick that up. Smooth it right in there with my finger. That is a pretty border so far. And we're going to start laying in our focal pieces here in just a quick second. For that, I don't think I'm going to use the Mod Podge. I'm going to use something different. It's a stinky glue, but it's a strong glue. Put that in my bin of water. Clean my table up of glue. Turn this so I can see it real quick. Yeah, that's satisfying. I like it. I'm going to come in with my first piece of original art. It's the only original art for this piece, and that's this. I love to paint flowers, and yeah, I made this. So I'll have a video link below if you want to know how to paint flowers like that. There we go. That was fun. This glue stinks really, really bad. I recommend you use a very cautious way with you if you're going to use it, because it does really stink. It's pretty potent stuff. And I'm just going to lightly go in swirls here. It looks like I have none out, but I do. I need more of it to pop out. There we go. Here, and my knuckles crack with it. That's not fun. I started with a different piece and I wrecked it that I had done. And I didn't really worry too much about it because since I've done the art myself, I know how to draw and all that good stuff. I don't worry about it. So I'm going to put that, boy that smells. I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to press that down with this. Yep. Oh, it smells so awful. Whew. That's okay though. It's alright. So that's one of the original pieces. Now I'm going to turn it around. Just like this. Boy, that's bothering my sinuses already. And Lorena gave me the item I'm looking for. And Barbara gave me the bird. So I took the distress stain to the white patch, and I went and did one of her glitter rubs over the top of the material, and I used one of my stickers, and we're going to put this on our page next. And since it has a patch material on the back, I'm just going to squeeze glue out this nasty smelling stuff, and then I'm just going to put it everywhere. Just everywhere I can get it. And I'm going to put that sort of straight because we have that on there. Put that like that. And to make sure that bird stays, I'm going to do the lovely Decoupage over the top. It doesn't have to be fabric because I'm not washing it. This is going to stay in my book, and I know it'll glue and keep everything nice and neat. As you can tell, it'll be just fine. And I love to incorporate different things around it. And some would say, yeah, you're just a little crazy with the matchy-matchy, but we're not matchy-matchy. We're having funny. It's the best way to be. You're going to see that go over like that. And I'm going to make sure that sticker stays just like that. Rock on, I tell you. Put that over there. That glue is just so potent. Put the lid there. Now, I have some flowers that I want to glue over here that I think would make a unique contrast to the flower bits and bobs. So I'm going to see if I can get this. Nope, that's dried up. Darn it. I'm going to have to get to the store. I need more glue products. Anyway, not going to worry about it. I'm just going to go in the center because I know that this is going to hold very firm right there. Then I have these felt flowers. They're green. I know everything's a matchy match, but we'll get to where we're going to do a little bit of different color. Don't worry. And I'm going to put that one right there. And what did I do with the other one? Right here in front of me. Oh, I tell you, I'm blonde, and it's just crazy fun. I'm going to put this one under this side here. And I'm going to make sure that ribbon can go up. There we go. Love that. Oh, isn't that just fun? I know. I have a different opinion on everything that I do. I'm going to be right back. Alright, welcome back. I'm going to show you a little trick to having some more fun with the layering. I'm going to go under this flower and I'm going to go right over my original piece of art, sort of to give that corner a little bit of eye candy, if you will. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, so this has glue up here, and I took Deborah's painty paper, Naomi's cutout, and I went and put that. It was a black cutout. It was during her last love mail that she received, or I received from her. God bless her. Sorry. Anyway, I received her last love mail, and I want to put that on here. Then I want to do some rub over the top of it. So I'm going to use, again, the stinky glue. And I couldn't resist using Lovey Deborah's painty papers, as well as Ginger's and Meg's and all of your lovely painty papers. I'm going to get more of these out, and you'll see more of your art come to Teresa's corner here in a matter of time. But before I add any more of our fun on there, we have to slide that in. And I'm going to press that with my hand here. By using that glue, I can make sure that it's going to stick. That's where I'm going for it. I love that a lot. So the next thing I want to do, I'm dropping things on the floor. It's my typical aesthetic. So I want to go over it like this down here. So let's see if we can get that to work, shall we? Oopsie poop. I do have fresh glue there I have to be careful of. If we get a little bit, that's okay. We're not worried about framing it in. We're just going to have a little fun and keep. Well, you know what? You just saw me make one heck of a blunder. I'm like, dumb. I apologize. I'm blonde. It happens. I know, that was funny. Are you laughing? I hope you're laughing. I tend to do that a lot. I'm like, why does that sound so rough? Some days are better than others. I give you a laugh, don't I? I get so excited things are coming together, and then I get crazy like that. And poor me. I'm blonde. I have that excuse. I can get away with it. Yeah, that's not an excuse anymore, Teresa. I know. I was being naughty and just talking like, why am I rubbing this? And then I realized, I did the blonde thing again. I do that a lot though. I get excited. Things start to happen pretty wise, and yeah, that happens. So I'm going to lift that up. Oh, there's a bit there we need to get. Let's see if we got it. Nope. But one thing with this glitter, you're going to work your tail off a little bit to get it to stick. But don't you worry. Don't you worry. You can do it. They take a little time because these aren't the standard rub-ons. These are pure glitter. And get that off there. I like them a lot. In fact, I love them. And like I said, I can't find any more of them, but when I will be sure to purchase every one they own. Alright, how are we doing here? Can we do it? Can we do it? Yeah. We don't care about that. Oh boy, that was almost a blunder and a half. I really like the way that looks. Fun. Alright, so I'm going to do the tippy top here, and I'll be back with more fun. Okay, welcome back everyone. I want to show you some tricks real quick. When you put something like this down on top of something, you're going to want to put a shadow around it to set it into the scene. Otherwise, it's going to look like you took a sticker book and you just had stickers put on it. I don't find that professional, and it's not really a cool thing to do. You want to really finish your product, have pride in your work, and take your time. So what you're going to see here around this is I also went around the fibers and around it and blended it with my fingers. You can see it's dirty, which is cool. I did the flowers as well. I did the strip over here. I went around this as well as the hoodie that I put on. This was a little tricky here because the paint or the glue was wet, and I had a little bit of an issue, so I put a little wood friend there, and I got that one from Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. So I wanted to put that strip down there to see if I liked it, and I decided I'd put it down anyway. So what I want to do is put the one down here, and I'm going to use my finger again, a little bit of this Mod Podge, and then we're going to lay it on there flat. Alright, get this done here. Alright, my hands are beating me to death. That's okay. I get excited when things like this turn out. I'm going to let that go off the page a little, like I did up here. The little pokey part, I really like that. So I'm going to make sure that's down. Pick up more glue. And I'm going to wait for that glue to dry before I add my pen around it, which is Naomi's pen. I'll show you that again. Oh, it is fabulous. I'm scared I'm going to hurt it by using it, but it does me no good letting it sit in a bin, and I know that she spent good money on it, and I cannot thank you enough for all you've done for me, ladies, so thank you. This is the pen I'm talking about. Oh, it's beautiful. It really is. So we're just going to let that sit for a minute. And I'm not ready to take the wax paper off the back of it yet, because we have more work to do. I'll let that sit there. And then what I'm going to do now is I have some gems and a green that I want to use. And these have a sticky back, and if they don't feel real sticky, well, we'll fix it the old-fashioned way. We'll take some glue, and we'll dot glue, glue, glue. I really think these are going to set off the page. Get that bit off there. See, those are going to be pretty. I might need more glue, or let it dry first. It's all in the little touches, and then I'm going to go around to one so you couldn't even see. Goodness gracious. There, the bling. I am so sorry. I'm not used to working on paper this size in front of you. So that's what he did. You're going to pick up your little gem. Even if it has stickers on the back of it, you're going to want to re-glue it. Put that down. And I'm going to go over here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get one on that one here or not, but I'm going to try anyway. Why be shy? Every piece deserves a glitter. But you are right, it does deserve a glitter. So now, I'm going to do this, like that. Isn't that precious? I love it. Too pretty for words. Then we'll go around these with the pen here in a little bit. We don't have too much to do because, like I said, I went around this and I blended it to set in the scene. I added this, blended in, do the scene. We're going to put some touches of gold and all that good stuff on there, and hopefully you can see how it's turning out. So before we go any further, we're going to go down here and we're going to add our bits and bobs of our little gemmers. It does not need to be perfect. It needs to be fun, and it needs to be finished, and that's one of the things that I struggled with when I first started, was how do I finish it? I'm not a collager, but I'm going to try. And that's why I need more glue there, Tree. More glue. And that's why I try to inspire you to finish your works. It means a much better finish. And if you're selling it, you can get more money. Don't worry if it takes you all day to do something. Don't make it look like you just threw stuff on a page and you glued it and you were done. Have pride in everything you do and do the best you can, even imperfectly. As you can see, my hands are still beating me to death. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm going to add a little bit more of that there. There you go. And I'm going to add that right there. Pretty. So pretty. Oops. I like that. And I don't want that on there. We're going to do some tricks with that side over there in a minute. Right now I just want the glue to dry. So I'm going to put these back in their bag as I'm hearing them hit the floor. I'll be picking them up with my feet later. You know, if they get stuck under your feet, they hurt. And, yeah, we're going to have some fun. So I'm going to pause real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I'm going to use the stiff glue again. This stuff smells awful, but it works. And what I want to do, I want to lay this little scene down in the center because it's about friendships. And that says, if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. That came from Naomi, and this picture came from my own stash. It's always good to use your own stuff. And then this tag was unfinished. That came from Barbara. The ribbons come from Naomi, and this page here come from Stacy. So I'm putting all the loves that I've gotten onto one page. And I'm just going to use that stinky glue because I can press it down. And then I can show you some more tricks that are really fairly cool ideas, I think, anyway. So I'm going to sit that there, and I'm going to press that down somewhat firmly. You're going to see my hands beating me to death. I cannot help that. Oh, that didn't go down right. I have to move you. You're up too far. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That could have been a problem. There. Now you can go there. Now you can go down. That'll work. So I'm going to take that glue and go right on the page right here. Oh God, it stinks. And I'm going to stick that right on top. I'm going to shake as I do it. Apologize for all the shaking. Yeah, there we go. I've had to come in sporadically to do this video because my neighbors have been making a lot of obnoxious car door noise. You can hear the slamming and it rattles the house. And I've been having to get on them about that, so it's not fun. Okay, so I'm going to press that down. I don't care if it's all flat, because sometimes that makes a difference in just having some fun. But the ribbon just gives it another touch, and we're going to put more flowers on, don't worry. And I made dinner for my dad. We had a leftover turkey tenderloin. It was very good, by the way, thank you. And yeah, just one of those days. Alright. More glue over there that I want to use. What stuff is some nasty stuff, so if you get it on your table surface, even if it's covered, if you're like me, glue drives me nuts if it's on anything. Just kind of press it down. Let's see if the catalyst will help me with that. Did a beautiful job. Okay, so I'm going to put the lid on that loosely. Okay. Now, I want to make sure that goes down. Then I'm going to take this again, and I know I have to push down. Don't worry about it. And just blend it in with your finger. If it gets on the side of your tag, just come over like this. Like this. And just squish it in there. Make it look like it's part of the scene. There you go. It looked a little too perfect, didn't it? I agree with you. And you're just going to go around quickly. Take your finger. Scrub it off. Now, if you take rubbing alcohol to your fingers, or hand sanitizer, it'll take the ink right off your hands. You won't have to worry about anything. I promise. There we go. Ooh, that left some texture. I like it. I have glue on my fingers. Why, oops, it's doing that. Come down here. And do that there. Perfect. Unperfectly perfect. Now, I have to move myself around here. So you're going to put that here. Take your finger and just kind of blend it in. Like right there. Blend it in. No worries. The Mod Podge I'm using is matte, so I can go over it. You're going to hear a little bit of a squeak. And it makes your alcohol markers blend a little easier. Gives them a little more open time with the India ink. It won't give you much time, but you can still blend it beautifully. There you go. That looks good. So, I'm going to come right up here. I'll go right around. And I'm just laying that brush down. Let me go right where it wants to go. I'm going to do the same thing here. And here. And then I'm going to go over here and do the same thing. And just let it be. I'm going to move on to a trick that I like to do. If you already know the trick, nobody taught me, I was just learning. Actually, I pulled that through with a crochet hook. And that is not wanting to stay down for me. So what I'm going to do is get frustrated. I'm going to take some double-sided sticky tape here, and I'm going to try that to get that down there. Let me see where the end's at. Here we go. I'm going to move that area up right there a little bit. I'm going to smooth it down with that finger and pull that all the way out. You have to smooth it sometimes with your hands to really get that to not to stick. My hands are sticky, I can't stand it. Oh, it drives me crazy. Boy, that stuff smells really bad. We got it that time, I thought. Oh, I'm going to pause and get that fixed. I'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. You're going to need a very small hook for crocheting. And Naomi gave me these flowers with a wire on the end. And what I like to do is get the hook in there and then roll with that around it. And come right up through. Make a little wind right there. And we're going to decorate a small piece of this through here. So I'm going to go after that stinky bad glue again. And I'm going to just run it down the edge like that. And I'm going to press it in very gently. That does not want to stick. I do not know why it will not stick. Probably because you don't have enough glue on there, Trace. You're probably right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set that right there. I'll wipe the glue back. That stuck that time. Then I'm going to wipe my fingers off. I have another flower I want to put there. And for that one, I'm not going to add any dark around it, because I think once we're done, it'll make sense, because we're going to do a bit of glittery gold. So again, you're going to take your hook, bend that over, and then you're going to bend, and bend, and bend. So you get as many as you want. See, on this one, I might... You can take a pencil too if you want to. Whatever's easy for you. And I'm going to go and cross over. I like that a lot. So I'm going to put the glue right here. It's going to look like a lot. And I might. Yep, we're going to put it right there. It's going to have a layer of glue on it anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. I just want the flowers free. And yes, I'll probably go in and do my usual. I can't leave that alone, right? I'm going to wipe some of that glue back. My baby wipe. And leave it so that it's there. I did want to tell you that I took like a Wink of Stella pen, but it's a Spectrum Noir glitter pen, and put glitter over the page, like that. Let's have more fun. Okay, make sure I have everything out here. I just had it. Ah, goodness gracious, Teresa. Okay, here we go. So I have the orange here because we have all kinds of colors. They're all in a similar family. And I'm going to add that right there. And I'm going to add this one. Yes, Teresa, we see you right here. But unlike the green ones, I'm going to add a little bling to them. And I just had my bling out. Oh, I must be getting tired. No, it's here. I put it in the box. I'm being a naughty Teresa. I put the bling right there. Put a bling right there. And I'm going to use a very pale rosy color. Put that right in the center. And put that right there. And I will have to go around them with the marker as well. So I have a ladybug that's in pieces. It's a canvas ladybug, part of a kit. We're going to have some fun. So I'm going to take a dot of that glue, like that. And I'll put it like that over the back of it. Get my hands to stop being so sticky. Like that. This is where we're going to have some fun. Get us wings on there correctly. And now we're going to glue him right here. Yep. Right there. Maybe at an angle. I like him there. He's fun. Alright, quit smacking your gum, Trace. I apologize. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to add this, which I also put some glitter on. And it's from the Tim Holtz stuff. For me snobbing him. I will no longer snub you, sir. You are my friend. I'm going to put that there. Yes, I went over, because even though it's a border, we're making it part of the scene. I have a little one here. Yep. Trying to make sure you're not dry yet. There, you go there. Perfect. You feel better there. Teresa says so. You're going to go over this like this, just with your glue, as you can see. Hopefully you won't be using the smelly stuff that changes your voice like I'm using. Smooth that up like that. I'm going to put the lid on that glue and put it away. We have a few more things to do and then we will be done. And I will be back with those in a minute. Be right back. Okay, everyone. I went around with the marker and I added these. I went over the marker again with that because it looked a little plain. So there's an empty spot here, and I also went around that with a marker. The one spot I forgot was around our little ladybug. We got her now. So even though you're not going to be able to see it clearly from there, it's on there. So there's an empty spot, and I want that butterfly there, but the problem is it's stark white compared to everything else. So what do? You modify it. You bring it over, take your distress ink, and I got that from Love You Ginger too, and you just dot on it. Dot on it like that. Okay. Put the lid on, and then you soften it. Then we have a little more fun, even though I pulled it off. I'm a bad Teresa. You're going to take some gold, rub whatever you have. If you have paint, you know, do it lightly. Okay? No fouling in this stuff. I'm going to brush some gold right over that. I love these. I don't know where she got it, but I love them. Thank you, Ginger. So I have a lot of loves on this piece. I have Lorena again. We're going to mention them again. I have Naomi. I have Melissa. Ginger. I have Deborah. All the good things in life. People that love me for me. Because I love you for you. So I'm going to take a bit of Decoupage now, because I know that this will be just fine. I'm going to go right over this area here. And since it's a pretty brown area that we're putting this, I am not going to worry about anything. I'm going over the top of it. And I'm going to set that, get my hands to stop moving it, right there. I'm going to go over it again with the glue here, just like that. And that makes me happy. Let me see. No, not right where I want it. I want it there. I'm going to do it again. I am not putting on enough glue for that. Here we go. There we go. And I hate to say it, I'm going to have to use the stink. Such a stinky stink. Come on. I don't want to use it, but it's going to hold it. So there. I want the wings to flop free. I'm going to get my hands scrubbed here real quick, and thanks for having patience while I put the lids on my glues in. I love being eclectically naughty. And wait till you see what it looks like without the wax paper, because I'm kind of excited too. Alright, so now we're going to spray that gold again. Are you ready? Deep breath. Here we go. You're just going to hit some areas, like if we need to go back over our butterfly. Maybe touch a little of this with a little gold, nice and lightly. It'll show up. Maybe this needs a little gold. That over here. Maybe that needs a touch of gold. Oh yeah. Sporadically hit and miss it. Doesn't need to be perfect. Sorry about that. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just kind of give it some shine in some areas, and if you want to go over some flower areas, by all means, you do whatever you want to do. I want to hit these green flowers with a little bit. Then all you do is you pick up your baby wipe and just let them be. You made a mess. No, we made it pretty. Just like that. Lightly. There you go. So I already did that part here. I'm going to come up through here, lay in a little bit more right through there. Maybe some there. What the heck? I might even go over these orange flowers. Just to pull some tone in. Just like this. Okay? Anywhere you see doesn't have a lot of shine or shimmer, like right here, you put it in there. Put that in there, and we're going to see how it looks finished. I'm a little nervous. A little nervous because I want to hit that, but I know if I do that I'm going to make a mistake. Do I, do I not? Go for it. You're right, let's go for it. Can't live in fear, right? Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Here we go. Oh, that was a proper decision. Oh, yes. Proper decision. Yep. That really sets that off. I want to come here and go a little deeper into the gold. Ooh, I love that tag, Barbara. Beautiful. Now we're done. I can't fill no more. I'll kill it. That won't be fun. Oh, let's see. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's look. Oh, can you believe what we did? Collaging. I'm new. It'll get better, I promise. Yeah. I like it. I got a little bit on the back. Not much, just on the sides. But I got none there, and that's the main part. That was fun. It was time consuming. It was busy work. It was a lot of prep work in advance, but I enjoyed it. I hope I inspire you to do your very own sketchbook collage just for yourself. You could sell the book when you're done. You never know. You could tear the pages out and frame it. The world is your oyster. So I want to thank you for coming today and sitting with me for a while we had some fun. I want to give you a blessing. I want you to be blessed in your life, blessed on your journey, and thank you for blessing me with your presence. I want you to stay classy, I want you to stay sassy, but most of all, I want you to stay you. Much love and many hugs to you, my sweet friends, and I will see you Wednesday for more fun. Bye for now.